going on, people? I am Swaver, and this is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. I'm typically joined by Coco Love, Illuminated Lenses, and Journey to Be Great. On this podcast, our mission is to build better relationships within our community through using the power of conversation. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different. A lot of times when you guys hear us every Sunday at 1 p.m. on a recorded podcast episode, most of the time we have conversations before the podcast ever gets started and recorded. And so this time, I want to put out a skit of the conversation that me, Journey to Be Great, and Illuminated Lenses had about old school relationships versus new school. And we just had a great conversation. It's a small skit. It's not that long, but I believe it's packed with good information. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope everyone's doing okay. And we're trying to help our community become better in the aspect of just learning more about each other. And that's what this is about. So you guys check this skit out, man. Let me know what you think about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and just follow us. We got a lot of great things coming for our community. So check it out.
I guess kind of like when black people were like, get this regular 9 to 5 job, leave all that dreaming to the other people. If you get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
So I say that to say that I wonder if part of the reason why they were together so long is just because they just like, it is what it is, whatever. And that's the reason why so many of us, we don't stay in relationships long, because it's like, once we feel the vibe is changing, we will address it. And if it doesn't get changed, we move on. But with us, it's more so like we might move on too quick without really, really trying.
I agree.
But with the older generation, it might be you held on too long without trying to find something new. So it's just kind of crazy how that just kind of ties in like that.
Well, it's because you got people that are staying together. That does not mean that they are happy. We are taught to deal with things rather than fix the problem. Like if you think about how old people kind of talk to us, like I say old people, I hate to say it that way, but hey, older people, they talk about, oh, well, she gonna just be that way. You just gotta learn how to deal with that or just put up with it. Or if you're talking to grandma, oh, that's just the way your granddad is. He got on my nerves for all these damn years. I never did like that shit, but that's just the way he is. Like they teach you to just
adapt.
Just deal with it. Yeah, he cheated. Yeah, they gonna all cheat, baby. Just deal with it. Or yeah, man, she ain't gonna never help you do anything, but hey, there ain't none of them gonna help you do anything. So you get,
right.
You know what I'm saying? In your mind, you get to a point where you be like, well, I guess ain't nothing wrong. Shit, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I think that's why our generation in general is hesitant with marriage or whatever. Because I'm like, shit, we looking at y'all, I'm gonna say motherfucker. Well, I said it now. But we're looking at y'all, and it's like, shoot, y'all 20, 30, 40 years deep in it, and y'all look miserable. I don't want to be 30, 40 years deep and just be miserable. Like, I don't really get that. You really don't have to be like that. Like, if you really want to be with a person or whatever, and you see like, hey, vibes is a little different. Let's do something. Let's switch it up. Let's figure this out. On both sides, you should want to do that. I don't understand that, really.
It's just selfish, bro. That's got a lot to do with it, too.
That's what I was about to say. It just boils down to being selfish, because you can't be in a relationship and be selfish.
But then we also got to talk about what that is. When we was talking about how the older people may say something like, just put up with it. Then our generation is saying, no, you ain't got to put up with it. And like you said, E, now you got two conflicting understandings. So our generation, we're getting both sides. We're raised in and you ain't got to deal with it. And the people above us are saying, well, you got to learn how to deal with it. And so I think for us, there's a lot of confusion. Like we're holding off on getting married. But the problem is we're still doing everything that married people do. So we're still moving in together. We're still having children. We're just not committing.
And another big part I think that's different from like the generations is like how you said being selfish. They wouldn't look at it being selfish. They'd be like, oh, well, I put a roof over here, so I love her. Oh, I cooked and cleaned for them, watched the kids. So I mean, I love them. Just because you might do the physical part, there's so many different parts of caring for somebody. You can physically be unselfish, but you can be mentally selfish.
And emotionally.
That's a clip right there. He dropped the bar right there. Do you remember what you just said? What you just said? Oh, that was cold. That was cold.
I really wasn't trying to.
No, but hey, man, that's so powerful though. Like what you just said, that is crazy.
But it's like you can be selfish in many ways. That's why a lot of times you see all these celebrities have problems with their kids and they kind of headbutt. And the first thing you see people in the comments and they'll be like, they took care of you, you know, you in this mansion. Like, yeah, that's true. And you took care of them physically and financially and everything. But if you're emotionally not there as a parent or mentally not there as a parent, all that stuff is just materialistic at the end of the day. Like, you can't just be one part and just be like, oh, I did my job. Like, nah, it's more complex than that.
So that's what we have for you guys. I did cut it off a little bit earlier there, so that way I'll have time to come back and just do a recap. So yeah, in this skit, we just talked about a few things, just touching on a few areas that we noticed about the differences between old school and new school relationships. So thank y'all for spending the time with us to listen and just be here as we continue to grow as a podcast. And also, we're going to get into other things too. Like I said, I don't want to talk too soon, but we got a lot of things on the way. But thank you guys so much. And we're going to continue to put our best foot forward to help our communities grow. I am Swaver. This is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. And until next time,